All right, so what's up, guys? So today we're going to be showing you 5 things you should know before tinting your windshield. So first off, it's going to really depend on what type of tint you're going to go with. For example, ceramic, carbon, or Nando tint. Those are some of the tints we have around here, around my area where I stay at. So some of the, and obviously what type of percentage you go with. So I'm going to be telling y'all with what type of tint I got and with what percentage I got. So guys, I went with 25% ceramic. You can still see there is some daylight coming in there, but that's obviously because the sun is out. Now, it really depends on what type of lighting you're at. If you don't want no lighting coming in, but you still want to see outside a little bit, I would definitely recommend the 25% ceramic. And I'm going to show y'all inside what ceramic does. So basically ceramic gives you a better view of inside. As you can see, it doesn't really look like you have tint. Now if you were to get carbon tint or something along the lines of that besides ceramic, it would kind of be like the back ones, maybe kind of like the back ones. Obviously that's a lot harder to see through, so that's probably what carbon and Nando tint's gonna be. And ceramic allows you to see a little bit, still have daylight coming in. That's basically the differences between ceramic and Nando and carbon. So guys, back to the 5 things you should know before getting your windshield tinted. Number 1 is definitely going to be rain with tint. Those two do not go together at all. Me personally, I have a very tough time seeing on the interstate. Let's say you're cruising at 75 with tint, some light rain. With some light rain, it's definitely still doable, but definitely when the rain starts getting harder and pouring harder, the bigger drops, the tint definitely does affect it, and it's a lot much harder to see at night. So guys, the second thing is driving at night with tint. This goes along kind of with driving at rain, just some little different little different things here and there, definitely with the rain and just being dark outside in general. So definitely it's going to depend what type of headlights you have. That's number 1, and definitely what type of percent of tint you went with. For example, with 25%, and I have some aftermarket lights in there. You probably can't even see, the truck's also dirty, but I went with some decent name brand headlights and some went with 25% on the windshield. So at night, just normal day driving, I would say it's okay. It's not as bad as you would expect for 25% on the windshield. But that's just from my opinion. I mean, I've definitely had some people here and there that say 25% is too much. You should get maybe 30. I've heard up to 35. But I went with 25%, and with these aftermarket the bolt, just the bulb itself, definitely went off the market with that, and I feel like that affects it. And also the fog lights, you gotta have your fog lights on. I feel like that's also another big benefit of driving at night with tint. So those are definitely some things you should consider before tinting your windshield. And so number 3 on the list here, I would definitely say cops with tint. I've definitely had a lot of people I've known have issues with cop and tints, especially state troopers on the interstate. I heard they're pretty bad about tint. Me personally, I have not had any issues so far. I have had encounters with the cops, but I'm not sure if they ever paid attention to the tint, but I've never had anything said about it. They haven't minded. But that's where I stay at. It really depends on what county, what state you live in, and how strict they are about it. That's just pretty much how they go about the tint. And number 3, it's definitely gonna have to be oncoming traffic. I feel like there's a glare to it with tint, as you can see right here. You can see a slight just like glare with the clouds up there, and I feel like that happens with headlights with oncoming traffic. Me personally, and me and a few buddies have had this problem of, we just feel like when you're driving at night and there's traffic coming to you, cars, especially bright LEDs like the ones I have, that's definitely going to become a problem. There's definitely going to be a glare to the tint, and it's going to be extremely hard to see at night, especially tight back roads, or just stuff like that. And just another little quick thing also, it's definitely going to depend on what type of side windows and tint you went with. For example, this is 5, just 5 on each side, and this is 5 over 25 over 28, which I believe is factory. That's definitely going to affect the how darker it gets in the front. For example, if you just have 15 all the way around, you're definitely going to have more light coming in through the windshield. That's just how it is. For example, here you can't really see it. You can't really see nothing. You can kind of see, but you know, it's really not that. You can't really see in there. So it's definitely going to depend on what type of side window and tint you also went with. Keep that in mind. And last on the list, number 5 is definitely going to be the height of your vehicle. Here, for example, we have height front. In the front it's stock, and in the back we do have a little it is dropped just quite a bit. Not nothing mad, maybe just like 2-3 inches from stock, nothing crazy. So me personally, definitely feel like the low look definitely does help with tint and lighting. As you can see right there, you can kind of see the headlights. And if you have a tall truck, the tint and quality and being able to see outside is definitely going to affect that. Also, because your headlights are pointing more up instead of down like this, because you have a low look. So if you have a tall truck, the tint's definitely gonna affect you a lot more than per se a car or something like this that's lower. That's for sure. This is 25% ceramic right here, as I said earlier in the video. Now it's 5:24 p.m. and as you can see, it's not as bad as you would expect compared to these side ones. You can definitely tell the difference. And in the back ones, I mean, you can just see it there for yourself. It's pretty dark. So that's definitely going to affect your of the front, of how much sunlight and stuff you're getting. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind. But as you can see, it's not terrible, it's not bad with 25 over ceramic. Like I said, if you would have got carbon, you maybe would have been looking something more like that. As you can see, the two differences right there. And yeah, you know, that's something definitely to keep in mind. If you still want to be able to see outside just a little bit, definitely would recommend going with ceramic. Now, this is what I was talking about. If you're on some 37s and a level and you have tint just like this right here, you know, the quality and you being able to see outside is definitely going to be a lot harder than like I said, a car or something like I have over there that's a little bit lower. So yeah, if you have something like this and you don't have good headlights, definitely expect to not see a whole lot outside.